Now, there's something very special about Moldavite that we're going to be talking about in this video. And very simply put, it's that you can have different pieces of Moldavite, and they're all Moldavite, and yet they feel different. The energy is different. The vibrational field and the way you interact with it, it's different. These pieces are all individually going to interact with you on your path in a different way, sometimes subtly and sometimes in a very big way. So just like you and I are both human, these are both Moldavite, we're both human, but we have a different energy to us. We feel different to be around, right? And this isn't anything new to you. You'll notice that this is the case with different environments, being in the forest versus being in a desert, or hanging out with your friend Joe versus hanging out with your friend Kevin. You know, everybody feels different. And so in this video, we're going to be talking about this, and more specifically, how do you tune in to these different personalities of the pieces? How can you actually feel these subtle differences, and how can you use this to your advantage when you're both choosing a piece and working with them? How can you know what this piece is specifically working with you for? Now, I've made certain videos like this before, but in today's video, the conversation is a lot more direct, obvious, and precise. So I'm very excited to share this with you guys. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. So on this rock that I have right here, I have some incredible specimens of Moldavite. If you're familiar with Moldavite, you'll notice that these are some really high-end, high-quality pieces. I chose these specifically because it'll be cool for you guys to check out some of these pieces that are out there and exist. They're all from different locations. They have different subtle energies to them, and I just figured that would be a really exciting part of this video too. So the first thing that I want to mention is just a re-emphasis of what we already said. These are all Moldavite, okay? You and I are all human. Lightning, this is my guy right here, he's my best friend. Lightning is a dog, and there's other dogs out there. So he belongs to this species, you can put it, but he's got his own reality and his own personality. He's got his own way that energy moves. Now, it is no different with crystals, and I realize how insane that seems to a lot of people, but if you're here, you know that this is actually the truth, that all things are conscious, that consciousness is literally everything that is. And this is all just a physical manifestation of it that enables us to enjoy this dimension of reality. But there's an energetic, metaphysical side to things where everything is this energy, boom, expressing itself in different ways for who knows why. Who knows why it's happening? I don't, but this is the case, right? So this here is my main Moldavite. If you've watched my videos before, or if you're my good friend here, you've seen this piece. This is a solid piece right here. This is 48.63 grams, and this piece is my home piece. This piece is me, you know, this is me in a piece. The energy of this is so perfect for me that it is literally my destined piece. There's no other piece that better fits me than this. Now, what this piece, the personality of it, when I really tune into it, and that's what I'm about to explain to you guys, is how to tune into this. So don't worry, we're about to hop into that. I just want to give a few examples real quick. This piece right here, I'm just going to phrase it in my wording that is just clear examples so I don't drag this video on in annoying ways. This piece is a piece of enlightenment, okay? This energy that is of this piece is radiating the pure essence of enlightenment. Now, what does this mean? Well, you could just ramble about this forever, but to me what this is presence, the present moment, right? This piece is radiating the most profound presence, and it is incredible. I've never felt a piece that radiates the exact kind of way that this piece does, and I think it's beautiful. Now, something I will say about all Moldavite pieces is, in my opinion, these are the tektite of transformation, but more than this, these are tektites of enlightenment. If you are really present with these and you tune in, you will begin to have more and more enlightening moments until you're in it for so long that you start to remember who you are in a really profound way, and it just lasts pretty much indefinitely. You don't fall out of it anymore. And this is something that's really cool about Moldavite. Now, as you guys can see, I'm very excited to share a bunch of stuff with you. Now, this piece of Moldavite, this is insane. This is a newer one that I just got. Some of these pieces here, you'll see that I actually have a crystal store. I sell these. So you'll see some of these are listed below. By the time you're seeing this video, a lot of these might have already sold or not sure, but this one I'm actually keeping for myself. Now, when I tune into this piece, which I'm about to explain, this piece, oh my gosh, this is like jungle energy. Now, when I say jungle energy, I mean, if you've ever been to the jungle of South America or any place like this, you'll feel that there is an insane amount of life vibrating in everything, and it has this deep stoniness to it. The jungle is like rhythm. It's like constant rhythm of consciousness, and it vibrates in all things, right? In contrast, the desert is a lot more still. There's a stillness. There's a peace that's there, right? So these are some of the differences. This piece radiates its energy and personality just like the jungle, and it is very, very abundant. The jungle is a very abundant place with life and all forms of energy. So this is an incredible piece for manifestation, and I can tune in. It's so juicy. Let me know, what do you guys feel from this piece? What do you think about it? To be honest, it's the piece I'm most excited about right now. I really, really love it a lot. It is really resonating with me, and I'm very excited about it. It's actually what's inspired this video. So, how do you actually tune into the personalities of these pieces? This is a great question, and it's the main point of this video. Here's how you do it. And I've expressed this before in many videos, but the truth is that it doesn't change. The truth doesn't change. It's just the way that it is. So I'm only just going to share it in a more simple way this time, but it's the same truth. To feel the personality and the energy of your pieces of Moldavite, it's very simple. Go ahead and find a nice spot to sit down. Hold your Moldavite in front of you, like I'm holding this in front of my face here, the camera being my face, right? And just look at it. Really look at it. Feel all the grooves, right? Check out these super sexy lines on this bad boy. This is a great piece, huh? Look at the smoothness going on here. Just really look at it and see it for who it is. That's the key, everybody. That's the key. Now, when I say see the piece for who it is, this is where all the power comes in, and this is how you tune into the difference in energy. This is how you can know what is the best piece for you, or what is this piece working with you on. You have to be present with the piece and see it clearly for who it is. And I'll emphasize this with another analogy. For me, if you hadn't met me before, but you had a friend tell you, oh, there's this guy, Nathan, and he's a total dick, right? He's such a dick, and he's so rude, and he thinks he's way better than everybody else, and he does this and that. You have this idea of who I am. So when you meet me for the first time, if you're not being present, and if you're like the average person in today's society, no offense, just saying, then you're not going to see me. You're not seeing who I really am. You're seeing me and you're there, but you're present with your idea of me, not who I actually am. So anything that I do express or I articulate or produce myself to be for you, you're not going to see it. Instead, you'll be relating it through the filter of your judgment of what you think I am. So here's what it is, guys. Maybe you've seen a lot of my Moldavite videos. Maybe you've seen a lot of other people's Moldavite experience videos. There's nothing wrong with watching these, and it's super fun and super cool, and you can learn a lot. But if you, when you sit down with your piece of Moldavite, don't see your Moldavite, you see your idea of what you think Moldavite's supposed to be and what it's supposed to feel like, you'll miss it. You won't be able to feel the subtle energies and the truth of who this piece really, really actually is. So that's what I mean by it. Let go of all this predisposition you have. Let go of all the judgments and all your ideas of even experiences you've had with past pieces. Sit in that moment like you are a brand new baby. You don't know what this is. You don't know that this is called a tree. You're seeing it for the first time. You're born again in this moment, right? Every moment, this is the truth of every moment. This is what real reality is. The truth is that you and I have been hallucinating and lost in an illusion for so long, so we don't see that that's the truth of the moment, that everything just is and there's infinite potential and this creative energy in all of it. We don't see that because what you and I are seeing is we just start seeing our minds, basically. We've forgotten how to see what is truth and what is really here in front of us, and we've been seeing our minds in a lot of different areas, not just with our crystals. So this is how you do it, guys. You tune in this way. And when you tune in, you'll notice very specific things. For me, what I notice when I tune into these pieces, this is a 30-gram piece. This one actually is for sale in my store below. I almost wanted to keep it for myself, but by connecting with it more, I know it's meant for somebody else out there. So you guys can check this out. I've got a lot of really cool pieces and smaller Moldavites wrapped in amulets and necklaces below. And thank you for making this content possible and supporting us financially. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for giving us that chance. Now, when you are present with the piece like this is what I feel. What happens for me is I start to feel a certain way within myself. The piece impacts how I feel within myself and how I perceive reality. So imagine you're on a stage and you are an actor. You could be anybody. And whoever you say you are on the stage over and over again, everyone will agree with you. The audience will agree, the other characters on stage will agree, so on and so forth. And so you can just roll with it, right? Now, you have the potential to be any character at all. But likely, if you're like me, you have a certain character that's a little bit more genuine, and that's who you are most of the time, and that's what feels right. When you pick up this piece and you're present with it, and you really tune into it, and you see it for who it is, you'll start to notice that your inner character begins to shift. Your inner character, the way that you think, the way that you feel, the ideas you have, right? These will change. So this piece is really cool, for example, because to me, what I feel from this is it is a very intellect piece. This piece, it's crazy. It's like I can literally visualize that I'm like this scientist, like super genius person, brilliant, and I'm working there and I'm working on this stuff and I'm having all these revelations, right? And I'm just realizing all these things. This is the way that this energy moves, and I realize that sounds strange, but in contrast, this piece here that I was showing you that I'm calling my jungle piece, I call this my jungle piece because this one I see myself as like this brilliant scientist working on all this math and science type stuff. This piece, I literally feel myself in the jungle of Costa Rica, super abundant, lots of wealth in all the senses of the word. I feel myself in this tree house, right? I feel myself just really abundant and happy. So there's these different energies, right? There's this piece of Moldavite, which is one that I've been wearing in my headband for a really long time. Hold on, I'm gonna turn the camera around real quick. Okay, there we go. Now you can see the pieces better. This piece is my personal piece. I've been wearing in my headband for a long time. And when I'm present with this piece, here's the interesting thing about this one. You wanna know what I feel? I feel like a really frantic, stressed out person who is like feeling lots of frantic, intense energy. It's very chaotic. Now, what's interesting is that this piece that I have, of all these pieces, this piece actually has the highest and most intense vibration to it. Now, the way that this piece affects my character in my internal subtle dimensions of who I am is I feel this energy as it causes me to be very frantic, a little bit stressed, like this kind of chaotic energy. So sometimes I separate from this piece and I put it down for a while. But the truth that I've realized with this piece is that it's one of my most powerful ones, because one day, today, in the present moment, right now, when I'm present with it, I can be with this energy and feel it for what it is. It's energy. That's what it is. And this is high energy. It's me in my character that is being stressed out by this. Why? Because I'm resisting the power of this piece of Moldavite, because the power scares me a little bit. It's very intense. So this is a personal transformation I'm going through with this piece right now, is being present with really intense energy and emotions and not getting frantic and freaked out by it, you know, just being present. So this piece is a huge part of my journey right now that I'm learning a lot from. So this is kind of how you can do this, guys. You know, this piece, this is my main piece. When I tune into this piece, I feel just like, I don't know any word to describe it better than just enlightenment. Like, this piece is just like, it's so incredible. And this is a piece of Madagascar rutilated phenakite on top too, just in case you're curious. This is what I've got wrapped there. Now I have some other pieces that I wanted to express how quality can affect these. These are like museum quality A++ grade pieces. I mean, check that out. This is basically as sexy and as undamaged and as perfect emerald green quality as it gets when it comes to Moldavite. And these I actually do have for sale if they haven't been purchased yet below, just so you guys know. I think that it's a pretty good deal for pieces so nice. But these pieces are really cool. You know, to be perfectly honest with you guys, really high quality, perfect pieces like this tend to not resonate with me as much. And I'll explain that in a second. But what I like about these energies is that they're extremely pure. And the way that all these Moldavites seem to move in a certain direction and affect my character, really pure pieces, they affect my character less. It's almost like you can tune into their energy in a much more clearer way. So I would really recommend these pieces for most people, and for someone who's a collector, of course, these are really nice pieces. And what I notice is they don't impact my personality and the way I feel as much. Instead, I'm able to turn into the pure consciousness of Moldavite. And I'm not 100% sure why that is, but it's an interesting reflection I get. Like I said, I personally resonate with pieces more like this, that are considered not perfect pieces, right? They're not a quote-unquote perfect shape. They're not this perfect emerald green color. You know, they have, this one has one nick on it right there. See that? They have these little damages. I have always resonated with these pieces more than other pieces. And it's not that these are more powerful than this. I would argue that these personally generate a more powerful frequency and more clear than pieces like this, where they're a little bit more not straight up shape, right? But I like the ones that have these personality flaws, because you know what I've been learning on my path, and this has only been coming to me more recently, is that my flaws, the little cracks in me personally, I'm showing you this as a reflection while I'm saying this, the little cracks and breaks in me, the things that I've been through, the times I've fallen on the ground and got a chip in me, you know, someone else out there might say, oh, he's not worth as much. You know, that's not worth as much money. That's not as high quality. He's been through some stuff. You know what I've discovered, though? That is absolute ass. That is not true. All the dings in me, all the times I've fallen, all the weird things about me that make me not the perfect model on the cover of a magazine, that is exactly where my power comes from, guys. Everything that I've been through, and everything that I've reflected and grown and learned from, I'm not pure. No, because I've been through life. I'm here experiencing it. So no, I'm not pure perfect. I've got dings and I've got cracks in me, but it is all of my strength. The cracks in me, my true power is able to shine out from those cracks, who I really am. If it weren't for all the pain and experiences that I've been through, and the ability to be present and accept that I feel that pain, then I wouldn't have remembered who I am in all those cracks with the light shining through them. So this has been the conversation about Moldavite, guys. How do you tune into the energy? You be present with it. You'll feel these subtle changes in you. Maybe you'll experience some visualizations in your mind about what each piece is for. Keep in mind, though, that those visualizations are happening in your mind, not reality that is actually right here in front of you. So by separating from your mind, doesn't mean pushing the mind away. Accept it for what it is. Accept that you might be having thoughts while you're sitting here looking at your Moldavite, but don't pay attention and give your energy and weight to your thoughts. Instead, give your attention and energy to the Moldavite, and you will notice that these pieces, even though they're all Moldavite, have a completely different personality and are working with you on completely different things. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name's Nathan. This is Lightning saying peace out. We love you guys, and we will see you for the next video. Have a good one.